Namaste Nigam, and welcome to my YouTube channel Inforator. In my last video, I discussed about entrepreneurship, and I promised I will come back with a lot more interesting content on how you can promote entrepreneurship in your company. And this video is all about that. Today, I will be talking about what's entrepreneurship, a review of that, and how you can promote entrepreneurship in your company. See you in a bit.
All of you want to be a leader of the future. Today in this video, I will be talking about how you can be a leader for the future by promoting entrepreneurship in your organization. Entrepreneurship has huge advantages from talent retention to sustainable company growth. It comes to lengths and widths from east to west. The first step towards entrepreneurship is to identify them. When I say identify them, we are talking about the people who will be your next entrepreneur for the company. Not everyone in the company is an entrepreneur material, but there are few whom can be found on the any corner of the organization. Hence, when you're looking for entrepreneurs inside your company, you should be looking them across all the departments ranging from R&D to marketing to sales to HR. Anyone with a very different mindset can come up and be an entrepreneur for the company. So the first step towards entrepreneurship is identify the right people. That is what will take you to your end vision. The second most important thing with entrepreneurship is you need to bring a cultural shift in the company. When a company has a conventional way of working, you cannot promote a culture of entrepreneurship. When failure is not an option in your company, you can never promote entrepreneurship. So you need to bring a cultural shift in the company. To and how you bring that cultural shift is by a few of these steps. SMS. And SMS, I am not referring to short messaging services, but SMS here means senior management support. For any new initiative in any organization in the world, you need senior management support. Once you have that, that is when you can kickstart any program, any transformation. Messaging, and definitely this is not your SMS messaging. So what I'm trying to say over here is when you have your senior management support, the next step for you is to set up a clear communication inside the organization that you support innovation, you support creativity, you support failures. It if if the people fail once or twice, they should not be scared of losing their jobs. So that is the cultural shift. The right communication towards how you're promoting entrepreneurship should be there. And this is what I am talking about, cultural shift. But now I will be talking about how in actions you will bring those cultural shifts. So the actions, few of the actions which I have identified, which will be useful for you as a first step. These will not take you to the end goal, but this is the first step you should take to promote entrepreneurship in your company. The first one among these is the structured time away. So you need to start giving people structured time away. It can be in various ways depending upon your organization work, the kind of work you do, the kind of engagements the people are involved in. You can plan out, for example, 20 percent of the time in a day, or you can plan out 20% of the time in a week. For some organizations, it may be like every day people can spare out 20% of the time. Or for some other organizations, it can be like if you have a 5 day working, people can focus on day job for 4 days, and one day in the week they can fully focus on such kind of activities. So you need to figure out and give the people the luxury to invest such time. And it's not that you don't monitor it, but definitely you need to give them time away from their day-to-day job. Once you have the people, you have identified the resources, you have got the senior management support, now you have also allotted the time. The fourth most important step is you allocate the resources needed for these jobs. It can be ranging from hardware to software licenses to training material to external trainers, or subscription for storages, subscription for cloud. These days, the resources can range from anything. It can be software, hardware, or it can be human being. It can be trainings. It can be anything. So you need to make sure you get the appropriate resources needed and help the team with the resources that you're looking for. Now, with all this in place, when you have all the ingredients in place, you need someone who can be a cook. A good cook with all the ingredients can make a beautiful dish. So you need someone who can mentor these people. Now, when they have all the resources, when they have the management support, when they have when they have the time allocated to it, they need a mentor. Not everyone is a born entrepreneur, or not everyone will have that futuristic thought process that they can foresee how to drive it. So at time when you are bringing in people from various departments of the company together, you need a mentor who can drive them or push them in the right direction. So mentor plays a very critical role. So you need to identify the leaders who have seen such things, who have built departments, who have built teams in the past, who have built products from the scratch. These cannot be traditional managers who have been just people manager. You need to think who can run a program. And these people are very different mindset. They have a passion in themselves. They will never ask you that, okay, I will work only 8 hours and my work-life balance is more important than my day job. But they will be able to manage everything. They will be able to have a good work-life balance. The team will be happy with them, but at the same time they will be very passionate and they will get the things done. So these kind of mentors who can drive things. Talking about mentor and not manager. So a lot of my statements earlier can be confused with a manager, that we don't need managers who will be managing these people. We need mentor who can help them organize the steps, walk them in the right direction, but at the same time support them in anything they need. Now, when you are talking about all these ingredients and you have a cook who will cook it, the best way to do this is to have this person assigned a full-time role. So you can have these mentors as a full-time job who will be only focused on these slots. So, for example, you have a mentor who is running an entrepreneurship program, building entrepreneurs inside the company, or running an innovation hub. These people, these leaders, can be running this as a full-time job because they have to build a different culture altogether. They need to think from product building to marketing to establishing the cultural upliftment or transformation in the company. So an easy way to do this is to have few people, or depending upon the size of your organization, if you're a small company, one person who can completely focus on this. If you're a very small company, definitely you will have a shared responsibility for this individual. But for a reasonable size company, you can have one person. For a large, a mid to large organization, you can have few people who will be running this as a team. So that's where you can assign full-time roles to these individuals. Full-time roles can should not only be limited to leaders. At times, if you see someone who's passionate and he's delivering a lot more in such kind of a role, you can move those individuals from their day-to-day job full-time into such kind of activities where they're focused on innovation, creativity, building entrepreneurship inside the company. So uh, it's I would say, a very adaptive change which we have to bring in based on how the outcomes have been. So you have to complement each outcome and then make a change, and you can promote people from being something to being an entrepreneur. So having said that, um the another thing is bringing cross-functional teams together. So entrepreneurship, if I think that I am part of a R&D, uh, a person from R&D have a very focused mind towards product development, but they cannot foresee behind the curtains of sales what a sales faces when they go to a customer. So when you bring together an engineer with a sales guy, or you bring together an engineer with a marketing guy, or you bring together an engineer with a HR team, so there is a different perspective which you see over here. If you bring together, for example, a HR and sales, they can bring in a very different perspective. Bringing people together from different cross-functional teams is a very critical part towards entrepreneurship. The various ways to achieve this is, you can set up innovation fairs, you can set up war rooms, you can set up hackathons, and a lot more ways. You can just google it out and you will see a lot more options available, and it's easy to do these things in the current setup. People have experience. Nothing you have to do new. You can just Google it out how to do it, and you will get all the resources. And it's very easy to execute such kind of activities. Now, last but not the least, for any such kind of a transformation, at the end of the day, a reward system is something very critical, and it definitely helps you promote such kind of activity. So, reward does not always need to be monetary rewards. Monetary rewards are definitely one of the way of rewarding people, but there can be extensive rewards. For example, depending on behavior of people, for someone who is already well paid and are satisfied with their job, you can give them a week off, or you can give them a work from home opportunity, flexible time off. So these kind of rewards are also something which helps the team or people motivated. So reward system is not alone will not do the job. You need to do all those other things I talked about, but the reward system is that magic ingredients which definitely keeps the motivation in flow. So, and also it gives you so rewards in terms of reputational upliftment. So these kind of rewards are very motivational to not only to that individual but also to others, when they see that this person is getting a lot more respect than various others because of the work he's doing, because of the investment and he's putting into his time and the company. Many others can get motivated, and such kind of a reward system is kind of is kind of a virus which spreads inside the company. And this all together program, when you start establishing this, how people start seeing and talk to each other, it gives birth to that virus where it spreads across the company and everyone gets motivated. That brings a cultural change and overall changes the way in the company is heading towards. You are driving old school car, and so all of a sudden with this change you may jump to a sports car. So that's how I would say you can promote entrepreneurship, at least to begin with, in your company. So that's all for this video, and thanks for watching this. All the best if you are setting up such a program. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'm open to discuss such kind of transformations. If you're looking forward for any help, any brainstorming, I am there. We can set up some sessions over weekends, and I can talk to you. We can brainstorm upon situations which you are facing in your company, and we can go through them in depth and strategize what steps will be the right for you. Not everything works for everyone, so at times there will be situations where you need to find out a very unique solution for yourself, and I'm open to discuss such solutions. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Stay tuned for a lot more interesting videos in the coming days. Bye bye.